Hey, what's up? Lightboltjoe here. Happy Rex Manning Day, April 8th, Rex Manning Day. We are going to discuss the cult classic film uh, from 1995, Empire Records. This film is soon to be a Broadway musical. I'm very excited about it. I am super interested in how the hell they're going to do this, but I had no idea how the hell they were going to do Wedding Singer, and it was flawless. No idea how they were doing Legally Blonde, flawless. No idea how the hell SpongeBob was going to be a thing, flawless. No idea how the hell Mean Girls was going to be a thing, flawless. So I'm assuming Empire Records the musical is going to be incredible. Okay, I got a list to my right, your left. Alan Moyle is the director of this film, starring Anthony LaPaglia. I can't say his name. I apologize. He plays our one and only Joe. We got Johnny Whitworth playing AJ, Rory Corcoran playing Lucas, Liv Tyler playing Corey, Renee Zellweger playing Gina, Ethan Embry playing Mark, Robin Tooney playing Deborah. So I find it interesting that Liv Tyler and Renee Zellweger are like the big names that we all kind of like know now, 25 years later, right? But Ethan Embry, man, he's been in everything, and he's the most vocal when it comes to Rex Manning Day. Not even Rex Manning himself is as vocal as Ethan Embry. He literally had a viewing party at 1:37 p.m. today. What was it? Pacific Standard Time? I think it was Pacific Standard Time, 1:37 p.m. Specifically because of AJ's at 1:37 p.m. He's going to confess his love to Corey. So this film takes place on April 8th, 1995, for Rex Manning Day. Rex Manning is a has-been, 70s crooner who's trying to, be relevant in the 80s. I'm sorry. 80s crooner trying to be relevant in the 90s. But he's not. So Empire Records is this record store kind of near a body of water. It was founded in 1959. Joe is the manager of this store. So it opens up with Lucas closing down the store, but he winds up taking the money and going to Atlantic City and blowing $9,000, thinking he could, help Joe buy the record store so it doesn't have to become a chain music town that everybody is like, boo, no, because it's so strict, right? But you have this eclectic group of kids who are in their late teens, early 20s, trying to figure out life, who's sleeping with who's doing what drug, who's trying to kill themselves, who wants to be in a band, who's on what drug. Did I say that? See, there's a lot of drugs in this. But it's truly a matter of what can happen in a day. And not just any day, but Rex Manning Day, right? It's as our dear Ethan Embry, as Mark says, we mustn't dwell. We can't. No, not today. Not on Rex Manning Day. It's because it's Rex Manning Day, right? There's so much to do. Deb, her character, she's introduced with hair on her head. She goes into the bathroom. She's having a nervous breakdown. She just shaves it all off in the back room of this record store. And then it's revealed that she tried to kill herself the night before, with a lady bic on her wrist. They hold a mock funeral to remember Deb, but then Gina and Corey's characters are fighting and about pills and who's a slut and all these things, and no one's perfect. And there's just so much that goes on. There's just so much information that goes on into this hour and a half or hour and 40-minute movie, depending on what version you're watching. I, of course, watched the fan remix version today, which was over an hour and 40 minutes. But AJ confessing his love to Corey, even though Corey's trying to sleep with Rex Manning, and it doesn't happen because Gina winds up sleeping with Rex Manning, and then AJ eventually quits the store so he can go to art school because Corey got into Harvard and he wants to be closer to her in Boston. You got Lucas, who's it was revealed that Joe actually, took him in when he was 13, out of the foster care system, like is his adopted father, and we didn't know that in the beginning of the film. You got this kid, Warren, who steals a bunch of CDs and then kind of joins the group and then like winds up getting arrested because of the theft, and then comes back with a gun full of blanks and threatens everyone and starts shooting the gun off. And that was his version of a job interview. It's crazy. So at the end, the concept is, how can they save Empire Records? Damn the man, save the Empire. Hashtag damn the man. Hashtag save the Empire. Super relevant right now. Super relevant with the current revolution going on. Save the Empire. Start the revolution. Save the Empire. Damn the man. It's a groundbreaking work of art, this film, and it was trashed back in '95 when it first came out. Barely anybody saw it. The only reason it lasted so long in the music scene is because it had incredible music for, back then, and still translates to now. It got like a 20% on Rotten Tomatoes, something like that. But it is a cult classic film. Every April 8th, you will see Rex Manning or Rex Manning Day trending on Twitter. And everyone's like, oh my God, who is Rex Manning? It's this fictional character about a washed up celebrity. That's who Rex Manning is. But that's the point. Anything can happen in a day. Anything can change in a day. If you're not happy with something right now, who knows what can happen within the day? I know we haven't talked about this movie, but Miss Pettigrew Lives for a Day. It came out in 2008, I believe. It is a perfect example of exactly what this movie shows. Anything can happen in a day. You can literally go from one thing to something completely different in a day. I always use Alex Lee, who is an internet person. We know him as Alex from Target, from way back in the day, right? Well, he does like modeling now, I think. But the only reason he does this is because some person took a picture of him scanning someone out at Target and it exploded. And he was saying, I remember, within a matter of 3 or 4 days, he was on Ellen DeGeneres' couch. And he said he could not believe how quick things happened. And she was saying something like, anything can really happen overnight. Anything can happen in a day. And I think that's a really neat thing to live by. Like, we're all in a quarantine type of situation, right? We have this coronavirus ripping through people we know, people we love. Some people are surviving, some people are not surviving. I live on Long Island. New York is a disaster area. We literally have trucks, refrigerated trucks, parked in front of hospitals as overflow for morgues because there's not enough space for all of the bodies. It's a terrible thing to say, but this is the reality I currently am a part of, and anyone in my vicinity is a part of. But for some reason, the store that I work at that sells flooring considers themselves essential and refuses to close, and it's not a safe working environment for us nor the customer. But the customer shouldn't even be in the damn store in the first place. This goes into that whole damn the man mantra. Like, oh, quarantine? I don't even know her. So many memes referenced from this pandemic. But I think my point is, as I'm rambling and not really complaining, I'm venting because I don't understand why a tile salesman, me, is considered an essential worker in a pandemic which is literally killing family and friends of mine. I don't get it. I don't get it. The point of me saying this and getting very real talk is this movie is real. We mentioned suicide attempts within this film. We mentioned drug use within this film. We mentioned loss and utter hope and trying to figure out where you belong, what you want to do. Who are you? What's with today? It's a Lucas line right there. But what's with today? What can happen within the day? What's with today? What can happen on Rex Manning Day? I'm going to get all teary-eyed right now. It's a very beautiful, poetic film that doesn't get the justice it deserves. It didn't get the justice it deserves. It gets the justice now that it deserves. And you bet your ass I will be watching that Broadway show as soon as Broadway reopens. It was announced today that Broadway shows are going to resume on June 7th. Man, this is not... It's a weird time, man, for Broadway, for movie theaters. It's just such a strange time for everyone. And Disney as well. The parks. I'm invested in many aspects of pop culture and many aspects of social gatherings. Does that make sense? Okay. I don't do bars, I don't do clubs, but I will do amusement parks and I will do shows. I don't know. It's just the thing. I'm a duality, if you will. But yeah. Say no more, mon amour. Lips off for kissing, baby, j't'adore. Mwah. That's a song in the movie. Another thing I love, and I know I keep kind of rambling, but it all has a point. There's so many dance breaks in this movie based off the songs that are played. That's why this makes perfect sense to become a Broadway musical. I am so excited, and they better keep the '90s theme. And I want whoever plays AJ to have that swoopy pushback hair and the sweater vest V-neck of a t-shirt thing with the brown and beige checkers that he has. It's gonna be great. And Corey better have that fluffy gray sweater and a pleated green plaid skirt with Doc Martens. Oh, 90s, 95, man. What's with today? Save the Empire. Damn the man. So do I get a job now, Joe? What's with today? Empire Records. Mucho mahalo.